let's take a look at the Force Awakens trailer score and break it apart. So, of course, when I'm saying The Force Awakens, I'm referring to the Star Wars film, The Force Awakens, and this is one of the most successful box office films of all time, grossing in $2 billion at a budget which is $300 million. But I want to focus on the trailer because the trailer itself did extremely well. I mean, on YouTube alone, the trailer has 100 million views. If you can get millions of views in your trailer, your film's probably going to be watched. So you're going to want to analyze at least this score or other popular films that have really good trailers, because this is something that you're often asked to do is, okay, you can score the film or the video game, can you also score the trailer? And you should be able to say, yeah, I can do that. So let's take a look at this trailer. So there's a few things that we can notice here. Well, first of all, step back a bit. What is the purpose of a trailer? And that's to sell the film. You're supposed to draw in the audience. You're supposed to make them say, hey, that looks interesting. I think I'm going to go look into it some more. If you've done that, you've done your job. The Star Wars film, The Force Awakens trailer, we can break it down into 3 acts. In Act 1 of the trailer, we have the quiet, sparse sounds and some mysterious sounds and chords that slowly draw the audience in. And this is in combination with what's going on the screen, of course. So when some characters are in dark lighting and you don't really know what's going on, this is where this mysterious sound works well.
Who are you?
I'm no one.
I was raised to do one thing. But I've got nothing to fight for.
In Act 2, we have the build-up. This is where we have the pulsing tension, repetitive notes that are slowly building up. At a certain point, the sound cuts off. If you were having another trailer for a comedy or something, you might have a joke, and this is where the sound cuts off for a second before resuming. And they throw in a bunch of references to the Star Wars score themes, which is great if you already have a bunch of themes throughout the film, because then you can throw these in as you go along.
Nothing will stand in our way. I will finish what you started.
There are stories about what happened.
It's true. All of it.
And in Act 3, this is where you rise to the climax, and you throw everything in it. You throw all your drums, you throw all your great big string sounds, and then it comes to the very end and you hear silence. And it also has a throwback to one of the main Star Wars theme songs as well.
The dark side. A Jedi. They're real.
The Force. It's calling to you. Just let it in.
So let's sum this up. How do you make a trailer? Most trailers in general are just a montage of random clips all thrown together. And your job is to identify where you could have a mini story. And when I say mini story, I mean something that you can have one musical idea and then you can transition into the next musical idea as you go along. Often you can throw in themes that you used already throughout the film or video game and check those into the trailer as well, so you can have some reference to those. Sometimes you might just have a single clip. This often occurs in video games, where you'll just have a single clip that's going on, and then you can just score it even easier. It's not even a montage, it's just a regular scene like any other throughout the film or video game. So, once again, you break up the video into individual pieces. You try to identify what kind of key events or scenes are going, and then you can transition between those. You can have adjusting music intensity that depends on what events are going on, and you add in transition sounds between those, such as silence or rising and falling sounds, impacts, and so forth. And you should expect to have several different versions of these trailers that you can present, because the trailer is the most important part of the product. It's whether people buy or not. So they're going to want to treat this like an advertisement, and you're going to want to say, does this version appeal to you more than this version, and so on. So this is how you do trailers for video games and films.